the friendliest people here on 293 Downtown.
Ah, indeed, an old jingle from 37 years ago. Bids a very good afternoon to you and to a special guest of mine. I'm Big T, by the way, and we are doing a special hour of Dinner Spinner today because Candy's leaving us. You've heard that, I'm quite sure. And I want Candy to be playing some of the music that she has enjoyed playing over the last 37 years. Some of the music that's been downtown playlist type music and not really a desert island discs, because actually you did that, Candy, on,
with Siobhan.
On Sunday with Siobhan. So a good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. When that jingle was playing, I thought that this is the moment where we could both start crying.
Indeed, it does. It fills me up a bit. It does, really, because I think it was because there was so much emotion in all of us that day.
Do you remember
at the birth of a radio station? I think to explain to people why it was so emotional, we were the first of our kind. We were the first music radio station, a commercial radio station in this part of the world. We were the 19th in the UK, and this was a new concept of music virtually all day long. Music and chat, meaningful speech they called it. That was until they heard John Paul and myself, and then they called it chat, I think.
Do you remember Don Anderson put up those huge posters for us, for each of us? Mine said Candy is Dandy.
That's right.
And it was so warming and welcoming. You looked up and there was this handwritten poster on the window.
That's right, on the window out there. That's right. But we were here before the station went on air. The building was just being built. We thought it would never be ready on time. And just for a whole new radio station, a whole new concept, which indeed nobody was 100% sure would work financially, because we were looking for advertising. We had to explain what we were. Now it's way from downtown, do you want to advertise on us and Cool FM, whatever. But in those days, the advertisers had to explain what was coming their way and get the advertising in advance. But anyway, that was why it was such an exciting time that very first day. I was on this slot, actually, from 12 o'clock until 2.
The Dinner Spinner.
The Dinner Spinner, and you were on in the afternoon drive.
Right, after Brian McShann.
Yeah, was it
who could have talked for England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales.
Yeah. And so could both of us.
Well,
well, Candy, I haven't seen so much of you in the last 5 years. We have always been ships passing in the night.
I know.
Because sometimes I was seeing you, every night you were coming on after me, sometimes in the country, and sometimes I was coming on after you when you were drive, and then sometimes we were separated. We only saw each other at programme meetings.
Just a wee love letter every now and then.
Just a wee exchange now and again, and a wee kiss. And then you always, more recently, when I was on the Saturday breakfast show a few years ago, you always left me a note from your late night, and I always told the listeners about it. I said, if ever there's something welcoming coming in to an absolutely empty radio station with only yourself and the security man, you come into the studio and there's a note, have a good one, T, can, and a kiss. And it's amazing what a little note can mean under those circumstances.
I've become more artistic since then. I used to leave you a moon face.
Yes, that's
then
right.
During Owen Larkin's time, I started getting more arty. He saved all my little works, and I leave Stephen Wood's wee pictures of flowers and doggies and see.
Well, Candy, everybody knows you came here from Australia, and we're not really doing a This Is Your Life, but we do have to just a little bit of, did you start off what made you leave your Australia?
Wanted to see the world.
Really? It was as simple as that?
Yeah, and I came here to work in cabaret. And Donald, who became my husband, actually booked me. He and Jimmy Johnson booked me into the cabaret at the Talk of the Town. And the rest, as they say, is history. I fell in love, and then we got married in Dublin, lived there for 5 years, where I was doing television and cabaret and theatre, and got a phone call out of the blue from here. And someone at RT said to me, there's a radio station in Northern Ireland, and they're looking for you. And it was Downtown Radio, and I had never heard of it. Because at that time, the engineering department was just a wooden hut.
Remember? That's right.
In the car park. And so anyway, Don Anderson phoned me, and it was through Cathal McCabe, because I knew Cathal, and he was head of programmes?
He was deputy programme controller.
That's right.
I always thought he was head of music until the other day.
Yes. So anyway, it was through him that they contacted me, and they said, would you be interested in coming up every Sunday to do a programme? And I said, yeah, I would be interested, but the travelling wouldn't be necessary because I'm back here living. So they said, oh, are you? Forget that, come and see us. And then I started on drive time. And then I saw you guys. I thought, I can't do this job.
Don Anderson asked me, T, can you teach Candy how to operate the desk in a week? I was quite sure I can. Whenever I met you, I knew it was going to take no time at all, because it's not nearly as daunting as it looks. It looks like as if you're flying an aeroplane, but it's not really. But that first day, that was your first song, Tina Charles, I Love to Love. And it was, I don't know, I know we have special place in our hearts for the music of 1976, but it was a good year for music. It was a good year for sunshine, because we had ahead of us an excellent summer, actually.
How do you remember that?
Coming, you know.
How do you remember that?
My mother used to say things that I would say when I was 3. Say, you couldn't remember that. Well, I said, Mummy, if it's right, I couldn't have made it up. You know, say, oh, how do you remember that?
I can't even remember what last summer was like, let alone remembering the summer of
76 was a brilliant summer.
Yeah. But it was everything. Everything was good about the year.
Yeah.
I mean, the job was new. We were all...
And we were never away from each other.
No, we weren't. We were so passionate about...
I was saying this
I don't mean
people.
about each other, but I mean about the job.
Well, there was passion as well.
Yes, there was a bit of that as well.
I was saying this about yourself whenever I was saying a few words yesterday at a wee farewell sort of party that I could only attend for 20 minutes, because I had to head up to Londonderry last night for the Derek Ryan show I was comparing. But it was a pleasure to be able to say a few words. And I was saying that, people say nowadays, oh, it's like a family, when they're talking about a film they worked on or a television series. And really, I can understand that, because we were like a family. We all went to see you in South Pacific.
Yeah.
And what was the one you had a broken leg or your foot was
Jesus
in plaster?
Christ Superstar.
Yeah, we went to see you in that as well. And I mean, it was a team. It was a team outing, you know.
Yes.
And it was such a feeling, and we all went. People came along to my discos. A whole lot of people out of sales and people.
I can remember you guys used to go out for a drink, and I used to think, I can't go with them because I had to go home and cook the dinner. Someone had to be responsible.
Yes, well, that's why you were always the
anti-can,
the more anti-can figure who did control some of us.
Yes.
So, Candy, what would you like as your second choice?
What about Al Green? Let's Stay Together.
Does it mean anything particular to you?
Just Let's Stay Together.
Memories? Ah, nice one. No matter how far apart. Nice wee whisper there for you, Candy.
Thanks for your lovely words at the party yesterday, by the way.
Al Green, Let's Stay Together. I think it's a favourite song of so many people. That one's a lovely song. The Reverend Al Green.
As he is now. Yeah.
And that's a song that'll stay as well.
When you're feeling low, there's a place to go. Downtown Radio, FM 96.
I love all that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we were the first FM, and we were on FM 96 back in those days. VHF FM 96. And if you were listening in those days, and I know a lot of people listening today were listening back then, you'll remember this song from the Sutherland Brothers. Swine, and there they were, the Sutherland Brothers and Quiver, Lying in the Arms of Mary, one of the songs that was very popular, and indeed in the top 20, the Downtown top 20, back in 1976. And
the memories.
We played that pretty often as well.
Aye. Do you know, I'm sitting over here with a Guinness Book of Records open and notes and cards and things that Gary has just brought down from some of the listeners, and I'm pretending I can read. I can't see a word. I'm as blind as a bat.
I've never seen you with glasses either. I don't think.
Oh yeah, I do. I wear them all the time. But I mean, in those days I didn't. You know, there you are.
Maybe we were all younger then. So, Candy, you were soon enjoying radio life, but you had done some broadcasting before, I know, in Australia, but this was your own show. And I mean, everybody, the figures were something like 70-something% of the population, not the available listening audience. 70% of the population listened. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without being recognised. And it was, it was quite an amazing time. And again, there wasn't a radio station on every street corner at that time either. But you had such a full life as well, Candy. You were still singing.
I was
you
still
were
singing.
You know.
I was working in the theatre. I had a family to look after. But, you know, you do what you have to do. And women are built of stern stuff, you know, T.
I've noticed.
You may not... Well, I know you've been told many times. I know you might not always believe it. But no,
You get to believe
I
things
loved
as you
it.
get older.
I loved it. And Donald and I we had a routine, you know. He left the house at a certain time. I arrived home in time for the children. We all had our dinner together. He went off. We just sort of slotted into a routine and got on
But
with it.
you were a great double act. I mean, you did, in the proper way, you did complement each other,
Yeah.
you know, which is wonderful whenever it works out that way.
Yes.
Like, Linda and I used to make rules that if we're both working that night and we both had to get dressed at the same time, don't talk to each other till we're in the car.
Yes.
Because
You have
only-
your shower at 7
Yes,
o'clock and
that's
I'm
right.
in it.
And don't steal my shower. You know, there was always the stealing each other's showers.
Yes.
There was a gap somewhere, and suddenly I could run in and shower. and I mean, the nights, especially when, you know, with yourself having a daily show and sometimes on drive time, taking you right up until the evening,
Yeah.
and then you were going out again. And how did you rehearse for things like Superstar and South Pacific?
By just getting up in the morning and doing it. I can remember we were doing a show for the Belfast Festival at Queen's. It was myself, Gloria Honeyford, Barry Cowan, he was the narrator, and Liam McQuillan, who died just very recently, actually, lovely singer. And it was side by Sondheim we were doing, and we were all on stage for the duration. So you had to know every song, all your harmonies, all the script. And I can remember I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning with a tape and a script and a score. And I would learn that until my children got up for school. Make them their breakfast, off they'd go, and then I'd sit, and then I'd maybe prepare the dinner for the night, and then come to work, do my programme, or go to rehearsals. Usually rehearsals started at 10 o'clock, so I'd be seeing the children off, going to rehearsals. But here's the thing. Gloria was working 6 days a week. I was working 6 days a week. Barry Cowan was working around the clock. Liam was the only one who wasn't doing anything during the day. And the three of us, the ones who were busy, like 2 days, a week before we opened, knew all the words, knew all the harmonies, knew all the dialogue. When your back's against the wall, you do it.
It is an amazing thing, really. Must do. My mother used to say, "Must do is a great master."
Aye. Or if you want a job well done, give it to a busy
Oh
person.
yes, I was.
You know.
That was rammed down my throat
Yeah.
to an amazing extent when I said I was too busy to be able to do something.
Yeah.
Somebody always said that to me, you know, if you want something done, ask a busy man, you know.
But
you were certainly always busy, and always you've been known, Candy. It's been said so much recently, and people that I have interviewed talking about you, that professionalism and doing things to the best of your ability, which indeed is as good as anybody could expect, because that ability stretches into many areas, and it's something you are known for.
But you're like
know.
that. I mean, you're the flag flyer now.
Yeah, with certain things.
See, when I
I'm
go,
like
it's you, kid. the old man of radio.
I already have been in print as being the producer-presenter of the longest running country show on the island of Ireland. I love the way it's put there, the island of Ireland. It makes it more daunting, doesn't it?
But you wouldn't have survived if you hadn't had that professional approach.
Yeah, well, as I said, to things I liked, things I don't like, I'm not so... Here's a wee song from more recent times. A combination of recent times and older times.
It's Tony and Amy.
A wonderful combination that turned out to be, didn't it? I'm so glad you picked that one, because, you know, when that album came out, it was played so much and people said it was so great, but it's gone now. People don't forget to revive something like that, don't they?
Isn't it incredible that he's in his 80s and she's no longer with us?
Yeah. It's sad, and it was an amazing combination putting the two of them
He
together.
paints, you know.
Really?
Oh, he's a wonderful artist.
And you do, in case we
Yeah.
have some listeners who don't know, you took. How long ago did you take up the painting?
Well, I started going to... Well, I did it years and years ago, but it was terribly formal and, not free. That wonderful word that artists use, free.
Yeah.
I want to free up my style. And I discovered a class here taken by a guy called Clive Wilson. It was just lovely. And interestingly enough, he had designed the set for Man of La Mancha, which I was in at the Lyric Theatre back in 1970, I think, before Downtown opened.
Right.
And I walked in, and there he was taking this class. He's just wonderful. I'm going to miss him in Australia. Going to miss a lot of things. Don't start me.
I didn't say it. We're going to miss you too.
Downtown Radio 293.
It worked well for you coming to Northern Ireland as it happened, and you've enjoyed a great life here, and you've made lots and lots. Candy, the number, I was saying to Vi last night that, I mean, you must have 2 or 3 phones filled with people's numbers, not to mention books. But you're so well liked in so many different circles and so many, I mean, you have friends in different categories, if you could put friends. It's not the right word for friends, but I mean, you have different labels of sections of friends from different walks of life and different, if I can say it without exaggerating, different people whose lives you've touched as well along the way.
Nature of the job, isn't it?
And it is. I mean, we all meet people that they tell us things. I mean, I can't. When I'm introduced to people, sometimes they can ignore me and tell me something Linda Jane did for them, because she was the same. She says, everybody has a story about a charity, about something that happened that, when people will say, oh, Candy did this. And I mean, I went into Belfry Hotel last night on the way up, actually to let the dog out and get some water on the way to Derry. A man recognised me and told him I was hurrying to Derry. I'd just been at a do for Candy, and said, "Is Candy leaving?" And he just immediately started talking about Candy. So did a lady up in the Millennium Forum. So you've touched many of our lives over here, and for so many, it was and stayed a way of life.
Do you not think it's easy to give of yourself, though? It's all about giving of I always say, T, the world consists of the givers and the takers. The givers give, the takers take, and the takers don't give anything of themselves, do you? You've been in company where people let you do all the work.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
They let you entertain them. But it's true. It's it's giving back. It's giving of yourself.
See, Don Anderson said in a television thing they did on Linda and I, I can't remember what it was called, Star Trek's, Don Anderson, or the man who actually hired me, and he said that calling them disc jockeys, DJs, it's a disparaging term. Said these people are entertainers, and it's very complimentary. But as I was saying yesterday at our We Do, Candy, you were an entertainer before. We considered ourselves as DJs,
yeah.
And then we became program presenters, yes, and producers as well. Yeah. And you, when you came along, you were already an entertainer, and we would have been in awe of yourself.
No way.
Yes, we were. Yes, we
come
were.
on.
The Hendys, the Candy, and I, John Paul and I would have been in awe of Candy, because you'd been on stage, you'd been in movies in Australia, you had a wealth of experience, and I mean, we didn't think you looked down on us, but we thought you thought we were Clather of Egypt and what we were doing on the radio, sort of.
You will never ever know what I thought.
What are these people going to do when they're here,
George is just coming.
Anyway, Candy, I tell you what, we'll have a little bit of Van Morrison, because we still got those old money makers, the commercial breaks to play. So here we go. Moondance, Van the Man. Is that your favourite Van the Man one? It's hard to pick. Sorry, Candy.
It's one of them, but it's so near to jazz, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
What about that music last night at my party? Oh, you'd gone.
Yeah, I had to go. Heard a little bit of it on, and I played out of the computer this morning. But
George, he's coming on next. Ivan Black, one of my favourite pianists in the whole wide world. Done a lot of gigs with him.
I heard you singing.
Ronnie Greer, who plays blues like no one else in this country and should be a superstar. And just Davy McKnight on drums. I was in seventh heaven. Do you want to sing a song, Can? I'll sing 20, thanks.
Oh, great. Everybody just loved you. Just sounding like Candy Fitzgerald. Okay, tell you what, I've got to tell you that Georgia is. In fact, Candy has just told you. Georgia, coming up at 2 o'clock. I was wondering what George was doing coming into the studio here, because I sort of kind of mixed up with this being the time it is, thinking we were on from 12 to 2, and then it turns out, of course, to be from 1 o'clock only until 2. Rapidly running out of time.
Wherever you go, the sound on your radio should always be downtown.
Well, Candy, you're leaving us. You're leaving us with your final program. You're on tonight at your usual Friday night time,
10 to 1,
at 10 o'clock, and you're on tomorrow night for your 9 o'clock shift.
9 till midnight.
Yeah.
And the last hour of tomorrow night's show is going to be a recording of the party.
Yeah.
Just want to mention Trevor Kelly, by the way, who was singing Up a Storm there last night at the party.
I bet he was.
You missed all that.
He always does. Now. I just got briefly saying hello to him, shaking his hand. You're leaving us, Candy, as in leaving downtown. You're leaving Northern Ireland in October.
Yep.
And people probably automatically think that, yes, you're retiring or taking it easy or, whatever. But I can't imagine that with Candy. What do you think about in Australia? Would you, if you were approached or anything, I haven't got asking you this, would you be interested in working more radio or a bit
I've already been approached by 2 radio stations, yep.
Right.
4KQ and 4BC, which is like the Beeb of Australia,
right.
And a television story, myself and my son, who was born here, went there. I was born there, came here and going back. And it'll be at Who Do You Think You Are type show. 6 months to film, isn't that brilliant? So I might get a trip back. I was going to say home, back here.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So, you've actually, there's no way you're retiring at all.
As I said to someone last night, it will be a way of saying, the bitch is back.
Oh dear, I don't know. There's nobody could fill your shoes, Candy, because there are too many shoes to fill. Shirley Bassey hasn't any shoes compared to you.
I love you, Trevi.
No, you are. You're so versatile. There's so many facets to you, so many different ways that you've entertained and made people happy. And
I can cook too,
and been supportive as well.
Yes.
I mean, we all haven't just had glory days. There have been bad times when Candy would be the first one to ring. And I know a lot of people, including myself, that you'd have been the first one to ring when anything was going in the wrong direction. And if it would just went as taken as read, that if there was anything you could do, you would do it. And I hope that people were as supportive whenever you needed them.
They were.
I think they're showing
wonderful. This country's been very good to me, Trevi.
Well, there are so many people showing it now, Candy, that how much they miss you, and more importantly, how much they have appreciated you while you've been here. And they're showing it very loudly. They are indeed, and some of them uninvited, unexpected, and indeed surprisingly coming out and saying the things that we love about Candy and what she's done and how she's been so much part of our lives for all the 37 years on Downtown, and of course for the older people who were part of their lives in Cabaret. I mean, people remember you from back then. I remember seeing your name in the paper from way back in the the early 70s in the Talk of the Town and places, that yours wasn't
Tito's.
it was yours Tito's. And I remember you in the Intercontinental. Do you remember it?
Yes.
I remember seeing your
Blossom Dearie sang.
Your Helen Shapiro hairstyle, wasn't it?
Yes, yes. Gosh, you have got a memory. Don't tell anyone it was a wig.
Oh no. Perish the thought. Oh dear. Well, Candy, from me, it's a big personal bye-bye. But on behalf of so many listeners who've been getting in touch today, I know there'll have been texts it's been obvious why we hadn't time to read them. And there'll have been phone calls, and so many people are going to miss you. So, Candy, thanks a million.
Love you, T. Thank
just
you.
for being you.
Thank you.